Before I get started, I have like some pictures and stuff to give you like an example of what I really did, and which is I got the opportunity to drive up both the East and West Coast, and I just want to say that having done that, having the opportunity to do that, I'm going out on a limb and saying that the East Coast is better. I wouldn't say the people are better, no way, but I have had like such a great time at doing the East Coast drive that I'm gonna have to say that like it is better, and then explaining this is so difficult because I had like trying to figure out like what were specific spots or moments I had. Overall, I think it's just the difference that is from over here in California. Out here we have like a very just hanging out kind of lifestyle. That's like they have so much to do out there. They have all their history, and I think history has a lot to do with it. Which brings me to my next point, which is like I got to visit so many places, got to learn a lot about the history. So St. Augustine is the oldest city in North America, or established city. 1513 was when it was founded, and which is pretty cool. And I got to visit that place, which is in Florida, St. Augustine. Also had the opportunity to visit over 15 battlefields, and battlefields are pretty awesome. And one of them was Fort McHenry, which is in Baltimore, and it was very cool. That happens to be where our the Star Spangled Banner was written. Also, Kitty Hawk and Kill Devil Hills, which is in the Wright Brothers National Park. Awesome. You get to learn all about flight and like all the situations that like they had to go through. Crazy. And I don't think it could have happened without like the weather that they had to deal with. Like they have like such a wet climate. Today's perfect to explain. Happen to love the rain. It's amazing. Like so soothing, and like the next day everything's gonna be clear. So they get the clearness, they don't get the pollution. It's awesome. Charleston, South Carolina was one of the places I visited, and on the East Coast, and it is, or was, one of the craziest days of my life because it was raining, and there must have been at least 80 accidents between my hotel and and my next like city I was going to. Ridiculous, but the rain and like Charleston, South Carolina, were crazy because of how the rain just like, it's so hard to explain, I'm sorry, but it was cool. Lastly, my favorite city was Philadelphia, and I think that was mainly because of the food there. Awesome. There was this place that it's the #1 crepe place in the U.S., and if you guys have never had crepes, they're thin pancakes. And what they did was like they added like chocolate and this like crazy cream and like sugars and banana. It was awesome. And that was like only in Philadelphia you can find like that good of a crepe place. And lastly, yes. Okay. Lastly, it was so awesome because I can't find it now. Oh, here it is. I had the opportunity to drive straight through the US, and that just in itself was a little too boring. There's not a lot going on, so I couldn't even put that into the equation why the East Coast is better than Central. It just doesn't work that way. But overall, I think the West Coast hasn't been through as much as the East Coast has, like history-wise, but I think over time we could have just as awesome of a drive up the East Coast as the West Coast. But I hope as everyone gets the opportunity to drive up the East Coast, it's amazing, and that's all. Thank you.